I'm approached from time to time with this belief from people that says all plant food is inherently cleansing and detoxifying, and that all animal food is regenerating and rebuilding. So let's examine this, because we have to really look clearly to see if there's any flawed premises in this. So let's start first with this idea of cleansing and regeneration. They are not two separate things. They are two opposite ends of the same one continuum and scale. And let us first observe and appreciate that every cell of the human body and all of the animal bodies, as well as far as I know, the plant cells of the plant bodies, every cell is both cleansing and regenerating. So cleansing means letting go of old waste matter, toxicity, and regenerating, rebuilding with being fed. So one end of the cell is the mouth and the other end of the cell is the other end. Every cell is nourished by a kitchen through the blood, and every cell is cleansed by a bathroom, which is the 22 liters of lymph in the human body on average, which is a third of our body weight. So every cell is continuously cleansing and regenerating, and cleansing and regenerating, and regenerating and cleansing, and regenerating and cleansing. Every cell, all the time. So that is the nature of our cells. And if a plant-based, ideally a naturally in harmony with the human organism, which biologically belongs to the primate family, not that we are descended from apes, but biologically we belong in the family of the primates. Let's examine that pretty much when they are left to their own thing and they're given ample quantities of plant food, predominantly based around fruit, they pick fruit, they eat fruit, and they don't feel the need to eat any animal foods. Now, of course, take away their food source, their fruit trees, scare them up a mountain, chop down their forests, and sure, they might go hunting and feel like eating some animals. But really, the family that we belong to is famous and known and cited and recorded as being frugivorous, fruitarian, fruit eaters, the primate body. Predominantly, that's the great apes, the chimpanzee, the orangutan, and the gorilla. So if plant food was only cleansing and not regenerating and not rebuilding, do you think a silverback gorilla would have the strength that a silverback gorilla has? I mean, that thing is, wow, what a beast. The orangutan climbing trees, chimpanzee swinging through the trees all day, living outside in nature all the time, through all weather, all seasons. I mean, not seasons like this, because this is not the natural habitat of a primate. But we're adaptable, as is every cell in all of life. So, and we have houses and clothes. So, they are strengthening, rebuilding and regenerating their cells on plant-based matter. Fact. Simple fact. So there are seemingly, relatively, but we have to look at it in context, amazing nutritional density qualities to animal food. Animal food, what do those animals eat? Whether the person is eating grass-fed beef or they're eating hunted deer and game, all of those animals have been eating hopefully their natural food if they're eating their natural food. If they're not eating their natural food and they're an unnatural animal, in other words, hybridized animal eating hybridized food, well, that's far from any sort of natural, relatively. So those animals have been eating plants. And are those animals weaklings? Is the deer a weakling? Think about the majestic strength of the deer. They do live out here. Whether it's Lithuania or Scotland, they can handle the snow. And they're just eating leaves, pretty much. A few herbs, stuff that grows out here. And those babies can get pretty big when no one's shooting them. So, do they look weak? You're trying being out here with no clothes. Not for a few minutes or a few hours. Wim Hof out there, but all day, all night, 6 months of the year that it's like that, and well, you get the reward on the other side. So, saying that all plant foods are inherently cleansing and detoxifying, they are. And all plant foods are inherently rebuilding and regenerating. By all plant foods, I'm specifically talking about the plant foods that the human body is designed to eat. And what is the human body designed to eat? A staple of fruits is ideal by far. The most delicious in many ways. Of course, add drugs on top of food, fake additives, and you can make 9 out of 10 cats prefer whiskers, if you get what I'm saying. You have to be English to get that. And with a staple of